Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Interesting video today. This video comes from a request from one of my Discord server members. Messaged me, sent me a question, and it's a very interesting question. It's very difficult to answer. It's got a very long, drawn-out answer, but I'm going to do my best today to answer that for him and for all of you out there. Now, all my numbers, before we dive into this, I want to make sure that this is clear for everybody. All my numbers that we're going to be going over today are subject to change. You're going to have a lot of things in question here when it comes to your setup. One being electrical costs for your area, difficulty of the mining algorithm that you're trying to mine, efficiency of equipment. A lot of things are going to come into factor here. So my numbers are very base. I didn't go crazy into calculating electrical costs because, like I said, they vary from state to state if you're in the U.S. They vary from county to county even. So I didn't go too deep down that rabbit hole. I did spend some time going through a number of different marketplaces trying to find some of the more popular mining solutions that are out there, and we're going to dive into that today. So let's slide over to Discord real quick and read the question that they posted. I'm gonna leave my face where it is, and I'm just gonna read it to you guys because I don't want to divulge his username. But he is in our Discord server. He's been a great help to the server. Super positive guy. I can't give him enough props for just being a good person. And I always try to boast positivity and help and growth in my Discord server, and he's been a key member. He's been great. So his question was, so no hurry for a reply, but I'm kind of wanting to learn the best way to make around $800 to $1,000 a month mining, and how to exchange it for money to pay my bills. He said, actually, you know what? More realistically, let's think about more $400 a month, around $14 a day after electrical cost. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot for that $800 to $1,000 mark just because I'm not going to be calculating in the electrical cost. I'm going to be using a mix of new technology, old technology, custom rigs, and things that you're going to find on various marketplaces, being eBay or your local marketplaces, and whether it be OfferUp or Facebook or whatever it may be for your area. So I'm going to do my best to answer that question for him. Hopefully this helps you guys out, kind of puts you in the right direction and see some real world numbers. Now again, the price of the units may vary along with the profitability of them as well. So let's dive in here. Okay, so a lot of the numbers that I pulled up that I use a number of different calculators that are available out there. One of my favorite sites to use for mining is going to be prohashing.com. I will put links for all of these sites in the description down below that I use to find the profitability of these miners. ProHashing being one of my favorites. They have some of the highest payouts that I've seen when you're using their pro switching platform, meaning that you can be a SHA-56 miner, get paid out in the cryptocurrency of your choice directly to a Coinbase account if you like, or a crypto.com account. What they're going to do is they're going to mine the most profitable coin on that algorithm. Now, the default for pro hashing is Bitcoin Cash, not Bitcoin, but using the profit switching setup, they're going to mine everything on the SHA-256 algorithm. That's profitable. So that's one of the spots that I stopped at to find some of these numbers. Another one is going to be asicminervalue.com. Great resource there for finding ASIC miners, for seeing some of the profitability for some of these ASIC miners, and to see trusted vendors. Now, I don't know how often they update this list, but they have a number of ASIC mining vendors that they have tested. They give you the country of origin, they give you what they're reselling, payment options, and they said they've tested it. Now, I don't know if these are being paid, the site's being paid to say they've been tested. I'm not sure. do your research, do your due diligence before you purchase anything, whether it be on eBay, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, some of these vendors. Do your research. But this is one of the sites that I use on a day-to-day basis to kind of figure out profitability when I'm looking to buy my next miner. Another great site that I use, especially for GPU mining values, is whattomine.com. Again, I'll put links in the description down below for all of these sites, so if I'm going too fast, don't worry about it. Everything's in the description for you. So let's dive right into my little spreadsheet here. Now, I didn't go super crazy with it. I wanted to make sure that you guys kind of understood that this is a constantly growing problem, constantly growing answers. I say problem because it's what may have made money, a lot of money for you guys a week ago or 2 days ago may differ from today. So let's dive into this list real quick, and I'll explain to you what these numbers are, and I'll explain to you how I came about, finding these numbers. So our goal is at $800 a month, give or take. And so our first list here is just Asic Miners. I didn't list all of them. There are more out there. These are ones that I found to either be available on eBay or through a vendor that says they have them in stock. Now, with Bitcoin going so high and Litecoin and Dogecoin being so popular, a lot of these miners are unavailable right now. So these are the ones that I have found that are available. The first one being the Bitmain Antminer L3 Plus. Now, the numbers that I'm using, so this is for 6 miners with a total hashing power of 4.2 gigahash. Now, that is using what miners that I have in my experience with the L3s, being that I can overclock those miners at 700 mega hash and be stable with them air-cooled. Now, some miners may be 720, some may be 690, so this is an average of 700 mega hash per unit for 6 units, for a total of 6 units at 4.2 gigahash per second. I hope that makes sense. So, searching around eBay, searching around some of these marketplaces, you can pick up these units for roughly, $600 a pop with power supply on eBay. Now, you may be able to find them cheaper. You may have to pay a little bit extra for shipping, but roughly about $3,600 for a total of 6 units is what I've calculated out. And again, this comes used. These are used units for $3,600 with a power supply included. Your daily payout, according to prohash.com. So we're going to plug it in here. Let's go to script. Let's say we want to make sure we select gigahash first. And we're going to do 4.2 gigahash per second. Oh, sorry, my hotkey there switched over. Okay, so it's 4.2 gigahash per second for a daily payout of Let me make sure here I can move my face a little bit out of the way. There you go. So we're looking at $27.10 using their profit switching algorithm. So you could set it up to be paid in Dogecoin. You can set it to be paid in Litecoin, Bitcoin, whatever it may be, and you're still going to be mining on the script algorithm. So that's not too bad. 6 units, electrical cost is going to be a little bit high. Those units are power hungry. Just for a reference, I'm not going to put these numbers down because, again, they're subject to change. Based upon my experience, the L3 Pluses that are overclocked to 720 or 700 mega hash are going to use about 1,300 watts of power, 1,350 watts of power. So that's going to cut into your profitability quite a bit. Now, when it comes to power, I recommend that you guys call your local power supplier. Ask them if you can get a flat monthly rate. Depending on where you live in the United States, electrical costs or the amount of electricity that you guys use from season to season varies. And there may be other alternatives out there available for you. So call your local power companies, reach out to them, and obviously, research alternative means of power, whether it be solar or hydro, whatever is available in your area. So again, these numbers are just base numbers. I'm not calculating in power cost. So that's our first unit there, was the L3 Plus. So our daily payout is $27.10. Our monthly earnings are going to be roughly $824.38. That gives us an ROI of our $3,600 investment in about 132.84 days. So let's say 133 days, and you'll have made back your $3,600. Now, that's not too bad. Anything under 150 days, I'm happy with. Anything under a year ROI, I'm happy with. So you'll see some of these numbers as we go further. They climb. They all go up and down quite a bit. So I'm not going to go through every single one of these. We're going to go through some of the more profitable ones here based upon cost and ROI. So let's skip down the list a little bit. Let's talk about the S9 Pro at 110 terahash a second. This is an SHA-256 miner, so we're mining Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and anything else on this SHA-256 algorithm. Got to remember, guys, when you're looking at miners, you're looking at ASIC, they're application-specific miners, so you can't mine script with a SHA-256 machine. It doesn't work. However, you can use sites like Pro Hashing to get paid out in Litecoin, even though you're mining on the SHA-256. You can get paid in Dogecoin, even though you're mining on Eth Hash. So that's neither here nor there. I just want to kind of throw that out there so you guys weren't, super worried. I typically don't mine to Bitcoin. I mine to a faster cryptocurrency to speed up the transactions when I'm selling or transferring to one account to another. But we'll get into that towards the end of the video. So again, this is now we're looking at one unit here. Now the unit costs for these are a little bit higher. Now this site I found to be helpful. Gold Shell along with Coin Mining Central. Both have the S9s, the S19 Pro in stock. Now I did convert this over to USD. That's what we got here in the spreadsheet. So using their site, now this is a tested site. They say they have them in stock. They have good reviews. Again, do your research before you jump on the site and buy something. Reach out to customer service. Call, talk to somebody, talk to a person. Get an email chain going. So that does help. So looking at the S19 Pro at 110 terahash a second without power supply. Now that $9,000 is without power supply. You're going to be looking at an additional, say, $150 to $200 for an appropriate power supply. And I say appropriate because it's key that you don't want to get an underpowered power supply and run the risk of wrecking your machine. So that unit alone, that single unit, will make you just about $31 a day before electrical costs. So that's roughly $944 a month, and your ROI is just under a year at 291 days. So to me, if you can find one of those for $9,000, you find a used one, maybe a little cheaper on eBay or secondhand, that would be a decent option to this gentleman's question, getting to that $1,000 a month goal. Now, some of these other machines here, the InnoSilicas, the A10s, are pretty difficult to find. Most places are sold out, and they are fairly expensive machines. But you can see here that the InnoSilica A10 at 750 megahash a second. Now we're mining. Let me pull up the website here so we're all on the same page. This is an Eth Miner, an Eth algorithm. So right there, out of stock. And now these are very difficult to find because they are so profitable. So you gotta be careful. Do your research. Don't just buy something and hope that it's gonna make run your numbers. Like I said, I'll make this spreadsheet. It's very simple to make one of these spreadsheets. I'll put it on the Discord server. There's a link in the Discord server down below. Slide on over there, ask questions of the community. Reach out to me if you have any questions about the video, about the data. We're all here to talk and learn together. And if I'm giving information that may not be 100% accurate, let me know. Again, these are just very basic numbers to kind of get to that gentleman's goal. So the Inosilica A10, the big one at 750 mega hash, is roughly going to cost you to $21,536 without the power supply. Your daily payout is going to be $51 a day. So that's roughly $1,556, let's say $1,557 a month, and you're making your money back in just over a year, 421 days. Now, this is where it becomes tricky. So Ethereum is a super popular coin right now. Now, you may get lucky and start mining on this right away, and you're making the $51 a day, and you're holding that Ethereum, and the price of Ethereum goes from $1,600 back up to $2,000 a coin, back up to, past $2,000 to $2,500 a coin. So your ROI drops dramatically. So that all comes into consideration when you're talking about mining, is the value of the cryptocurrency, the volatility of the cryptocurrency that you're mining, and how fast you're exchanging. Now, if you're going to hold a cryptocurrency because you like the project and you feel that the project's going to grow and the value is going to grow, like Ethereum is growing right now, or Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Litecoin, then you hold and you cash out every month, every whatever, and you hope that the gains from the increase of value of the coin carry over to what you've mined, and then you can reduce your ROI there. So all that comes into consideration. Now, all my numbers are based upon cashing out after 24 hours. So that's taking your Ethereum, taking your Litecoin, your Bitcoin, your Dogecoin, whatever else, and going to sites like crypto.com or Coinbase, or some of these exchanges like Binance, and cashing out there. Personally, I use crypto.com. I'll put that link in the description down below. You use my referral link, you get $25, I get $25, and it kind of helps you get the ball rolling. But I find that crypto.com works well for my scenario. Now, it may not work the best for you, but it works good for me because it comes with a debit card. So I can go ahead, sell my cryptocurrency right on their exchange, put it on my debit card, and then put my debit card to pay my gas bill, pay my car bill, pay my mortgage, whatever it may be, right then and there. I don't have to worry about transferring from my Coinbase account to my Wells Fargo account to my Bank of America account to, or Binance to, my bank account or whatever it may be. It's right then and there for me. And I can use that money. I can transfer that money over to a trading account like Thinkorswim, or what this guy's asking to do is to be able to pay his bills. So I like crypto.com for that reason. Check out the link, check out the site, do your research. But if you are going to sign up with them, why not use my link? It helps me out, it helps you out. So let's move right along here. Let's talk about one other Asic miner is going to be the Antminer S9. Now, these miners can be found cheaply on eBay used. Be careful when I say used, because I myself have been burned. I've bought S9s. I like the S9 miner. They're small, they're compact, they're not much bigger than the L3s. So they fit right into my little mining setup that I have. Now, they are at 13.5 terahash of SHA-256 algorithm. So you need a few of them to get that payout that you're looking for. So if you were able to find, now I said this, if you're able to find, keywords, if you're able to find 8 of these units, roughly you can get them, all 8 of them used with power supplies for around $2,250. Now you're going to have to do some hunting to find these prices and to make sure that they're good machines. Obviously, don't buy from somebody that doesn't have a good reputation. So using that algorithm, using, again, prohashing.com, we can go over here, switch it over to 256, switch it over to terahash, and we're going to take the, let's clear this, 13.5 terahash times 8 units is going to give us 108 terahash of hashing power for SHA-256. So that's roughly going to make us $30.50 a day. Let's see if my math still holds up. Yep, so $30.50 a day is what you're going to be making with these 8 units. Now again, having 8 units in your house is going to be extremely noisy, and they put off a lot of heat, so may not be the best option for you. So there are pros and cons to every miner that you look at. That being one of them for the Asic miners is that the fans are loud and they put off a lot of heat. Where I live right now, it's cold. My Antminers, my L3 Pluses run in my garage, in my basement, in my laundry room, and they do a nice job to heat up a lot of the house. So taking a look at the algorithm here, $30 a day. Now I'm basing all of these numbers off a yearly average. So we have some months that are 30 days. We have some months that are 31 days, and we have, February being 28 if it's not a leap year. So roughly you're looking at 30.42 days on average a month. And that's where I'm getting these numbers from. So $30 times that 30.42 days a month, we're getting $927.50 a day for a ROI of 43 days. Now that $900.27 is without power. It's going to drop down dramatically. You're looking at more like $700 a month. And then, it's going to affect your ROI. It's going to be raised back up. So take that into consideration, guys. Again, I can't stress this enough. These are not with power costs. You have to factor in your power costs for your area. And there are so many calculators out there to help you do that. Don't just buy something because one guy on YouTube tells you to buy it. Do your research. Join the Discord server. Join the conversation and ask, questions. That's how we learn. So let's move right along. I know this video is running a little bit long. I don't want it to run too crazy here because I still have to get into how to exchange a little bit better. So I just did some really quick math for the GPU miners because GPU miners are custom built rigs. Now you may be able to find cheaper, you may be able to build your units cheaper. GPUs are super expensive right now and they're a little difficult to find. So these are based upon custom built rigs that are plug and play units, not something that you can potentially build in your house. Now you can lower this cost and in essence lower your ROI by building something yourself. Again, these are plug and play units that I found between eBay and Facebook and a couple other sites. So this is a custom rig. Now these custom rigs come with motherboards, power supplies, and the GPUs ready to be plugged in and ready to run. So this 3060 Ti rig has 8 3060 Ti's for $22,000. $22,000. That is up there with some of the Asic miners, right? That's almost an Innosilica or A10 at $21,000. So this is a $22,000 unit, but it makes you $40 a day. Again, these are all mining Ethereum on the Eth hash network. So we're looking at almost $1,200 a month for an ROI of 559 days. Again, could decrease ROI if the price of Ethereum goes up, and that's maybe something you're betting on. So take that into consideration. The next one here is running 8 Vega 56 graphics cards. Again, this is a fully built rig, power supplies, motherboards, and frame. for $16,000. Complete everything, plug and play, ready to go. That machine is making $29.58 a day, almost $900 a month, and your ROI is in about 541 days. The last one here is running the 1070 Ti's, a very popular graphics card for miners. Because the power consumption is low, they're not super expensive, so we have 12 of them here for a total of $10,000 for a completed rig. And we're making $28.04 a day for a total of $853 a month. So your ROI is right there under that 1 year mark, which I like, at 357 days ROI. Now, GPU rigs are a little finicky when it comes to setting up. You really have to know what you're doing, and there's so many different other aspects when it comes to GPU mining that come into effect. Now, me personally, if I'm going to build a GPU rig, I'm going to build one that's going to be a server-mounted rig. It's going to go in a server case, and it's going to go in my server rack, and it's going to get plugged in the back. Nice, neat, tidy, clean, good to go, bing, bing, boom, plug and play, hook it up to a monitor, and I'm all set. That would be my personal setup. Now, there are other rigs out there that, let's just look at, eBay here. This one for $4,500, it's a custom rig. Don't know how beat up it is, but you're running a couple, looks like some 10, what's the guy say there, the 1070 Ti's, and he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So, but it's sitting on your floor, it's sitting in your office. They're not super loud like the Asics, so that's a plus. They still put out a decent amount of heat, but again, it's a used system. The guy does have a screenshot here, kind of saying, "Hey, look, it's working. This, you can see the dates here. Everything, it's up, running. It's good. We're clocking. These are great machines." And you have a little more control over the graphics cards, where you can underclock them and get the voltage down, and get the heat down, and get the power consumption down, so your ROI goes down as well. Because you're not using up as much electricity in essence. So that's always an option with the GPU miners, and take your time. You can source some of these out. You don't have to have the same graphics card in one rig. It always looks better and always works a little bit smoother if you're running all 1070s or all 360s. 3060s or 3070s or the Vega 56, whatever you're running. It's always nice to have the same card across the bank there. But you can run different NVIDIA cards together. You can run different Vega versions or RX versions together. So you're not just stuck running one specific GPU for one rig. You can swap them out and stuff like that. So that is a perk of running a GPU rig, and you don't have to throw away the whole rig. GPUs you can resell, the motherboard you can resell, and so on, and kind of make some of your money back there. Where Asic Miners, that's all it does. It's an Asic miner for cryptocurrency. There's no real other purpose for it. So some things, little food for thought there when you think about mining, you're thinking about getting into it. Look at what's going to be best for you. I prefer Asic. I do want to build a couple GPU rigs for my miner rack just to have them there because I do like Ethereum. So take that into consideration. Check out whattomine.com. Go through the different GPU cards that are profitable out there and find one that works best for you for your setup. So I'm going to wrap that up with my little chart here. Again, I do want to mention, crypto.com. Great site. Link is in the description down below. Check them out if you're looking to mine to pay bills as a passive income or as another source of income. Crypto.com makes that transaction super easy. Now, they do have minimums on how much you can sell at any given time, but when you're mining that amount, it's fairly easy to cash out. You may not cash out every 24 hours. You may cash out every other week or so. But if you're only paying a bill once a month, that shouldn't really make a big deal. You get, typical payroll in the U.S. is bi-weekly. So if you're cashing out bi-weekly, it works out the same. You shouldn't really see too much of a big gap there. Other sources are, when I pulled up my screen there, you saw, Gemini, Binance, also great resources for signing up for an exchange and getting your cryptocurrency sent over to your bank account. Now, there are some hiccups. If you are in the U.S., you have to do KYC, know your customer, for tax reasons and everything like that. Same thing with crypto.com. Same thing with Coinbase. So just be aware of that. It may take a little bit of time to get set up. Binance right now isn't super user friendly when it comes to getting new people in their system because they are so inundated with new users and members. But there are a large gamut of cryptocurrencies on there if you want to start trading cryptocurrencies. Again, I can't stress this enough. I like crypto.com because it was easy for me to set up. Find what works for you guys. And if you have any questions, make sure to ask me. Comment down below. I'm not here to jam information down your throat. I'm giving you guys my opinions based upon the research that I've done, based upon the questions that were asked of me. So, again, these are all my opinions. This is all about data that I found, and all this data is subject to change because the crypto market is so volatile. But reach out to me, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that notification bell. It helps me out. Comment down below. I always try to get back to all your comments and questions. And if I don't get a hold of you there, if I don't have the right answer for you in the comments, I always tell you guys to slide over to Discord. There's so many more people, like-minded individuals in Discord trying to learn and trying to gain that passive income, talking on the Discord server. So slide on over there, say hi to me, say hi to all the members. Everybody's super polite, everybody is super friendly, maybe you have a question or you would like to see a particular video that you're interested in. So just message me, ask me. I'm here to help. I'm here to not just show you guys what I'm doing in my journey, but to help you guys in your journey as well. And until next time, guys, I do appreciate everything that you guys do. I appreciate all the super positivity that I've seen, and I can't thank you enough for how fast my channel is growing. So share the channel with your friends, and until next time, guys, keep smiling and enjoy your day.